Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is going to be your North and South Nodal Axis Shift reading from May 5th, 2020, and it's going to take us all the way into 2022. So the North Node is what we are moving toward, is moving from Cancer into Gemini. The South Node represents our lessons learned, and it's moving from Capricorn to Sagittarius. So we definitely have new adventures, especially in learning, waiting for us. The Gemini-Sagittarius axis represents our journey, our search for knowledge and networking. And it's less about home and work, and it's more about information, learning, and freedom. For those of you who aren't that familiar, Gemini is all about small movements and details, and Sagittarius is about big picture stuff and reaching beyond our limitations. On a personal level, this nodal axis typically marks a shift on attention and focus, and it really focuses us on learning. Gems want to learn everything, want to learn a lot and a lot of new things and fast. And Sagittarius is searching for the higher truth. So this shift suggests that we learn to be more flexible and learn to adapt to our changing world. Okay, so without further ado, before that, Capricorn, down below I have linked some additional articles if you feel like you need to understand or want to do a little bit more digging as to what this nodal shift is all about. Okay, you may have already started feeling it, or you may start to feel it soon. All right, so without further ado, we're going to invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and our spirit guides to this space to deliver the messages that we need to hear. Messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this nodal shift. Ooh. I'm not reading reversals, Capricorn, in case you're interested. Boom. Like it. Like it a lot. Nice. Capricorn, I kind of like what I'm seeing. Yeah. All right, your overall energy is the King of Swords. The King of Swords energy, this is just pure air. This also represents Capricorn, the time of Capricorn and Aquarius. So some of you might be Capricorn, Aquarius cuspers out there. For others of you, this is just telling you this is your reading. The King of Swords is all about truth, authenticity, generosity. It could be somebody who works in the legal system or in the justice system, somebody who's very black and white, could be even like a lawyer type person. But it's somebody who's very logical and very intellectual, leads with his head, not with his heart. His shadow side, or if this person is operating out of their shadow side, this person can be a little bit narcissistic, selfish, can be a little bit abusive mentally and or physically. Okay, so see where this situation fits into your life. Is it an aspect of yourself? I'm not accusing you guys of being abusers, okay? Or is it, is it the nature of this situation? Do you feel like somebody is abusing their power, is not being fair and just, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this reading. You guys are coming out as the Eight of Pentacles, which I love. Eight of Pentacles is earth energy, so it could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. More specifically, though, it's Virgo energy. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is all about hard work. It's about analysis. It's about focus. It's also about doing something that's rewarding. Remember, Virgo is the sign of service. So something that gives back to you, gives back to your community, or is for the greater, for the world. It's like, being a scientist or something, doing research, something that benefits the world as a whole. So I can see that you're very, very focused, Capricorn, which does not surprise me at all. But, what's in your surroundings is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords can be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. And specifically, it could be, it's Venus in Aquarius energy, which could be some of you have your Venus in Aquarius. And, you know, Venus in Aquarius can be a little bit tricky because Aquarius is all about detachment, and it's all about being independent and being, it's not about being alone, but it's somebody who, this card in particular, I'm sorry, this isn't Venus in Aquarius. I'm sorry, it's not. It's the Five of Swords is Venus in Aquarius. My apologies, Capricorn. The Seven of Swords is the moon in Aquarius, right? And here we do see this moonlight. This is a feeling of, but regardless, Aquarius energy is all about detachment. You know, it can be kind of confusing because they're the water bearer. So you think that they're this emotional water sign and you might get really hooked, and then boom, they're out of here. And this card, the Seven of Swords, is a lot like that because it's about deception. The moon is like everything looks different by moonlight. Somebody who wasn't giving you all the information that you needed. And it could also very well represent someone or something that was taking from you, draining your bank account. Okay, so for some of you guys, I want you to check and see, you know, if you have like a recurring charge that you weren't quite aware of, or if you have like maybe somebody was supposed to pay you a certain amount and you saw the money going in, but it was not exactly what it's supposed to be. So that's coming through very clear. But the Seven of Swords is somebody who's draining your time, your energy, your love, your resources, and they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes. They're not giving you all of the information. So it's really important that you're careful. Now, most likely I'm picking up on this being a monetary or financial matter because the Four of Pentacles is the need to release. The Four of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. It's holding on tight to what is yours. So for some of you, you might feel like you might be dealing with somebody, you know, maybe it's a renter, okay? Maybe you're a homeowner and somebody's renting and they haven't been paying or they've been taking from you. It could be a spouse, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could just be something going on at work, okay? But where you feel like there's a good amount of dishonesty, Spirit's confirming that dishonesty with that being in your surroundings, and that you really need to, you know, that you are holding on to, you know, to dear life. Maybe you guys are doing forensic accounting even at this time to figure out where your money has gone, what's it been spent on. If it isn't about another person or a job or a situation like this, I think you're going back through your finances and you're looking at what you can cut back on, okay? Because now might be a lean time. You might have lost your job. You might be worried about job security, maybe your partner, you know, whatever it might be. But I can see you really holding on. Spirit saying, though, that you're holding on a little bit too tight. So you might have found out, or you might feel your intuition might be telling you that someone or something is taking from you. And your response is to, all for myself, I'm holding on to this. Now, remember this nodal axis shift. We're coming out of Cancer and Capricorn, you know, and that was a focus on family and feelings. But the South Node in Capricorn was a real focus on career and societal expectations. And it's kind of like this energy of, you know, suck it up, do what you're supposed to do, every man for himself. And you know, this, again, if it doesn't resonate with you as somebody else, this might have been your energy, and you might have realized that in a particular situation you weren't giving as much as you needed to, or this other person wasn't giving what they needed to because they were holding on too tight to their belongings, being a little bit stingy, not willing to invest time, energy, and love or resources or money into a project or into a relationship because they didn't have that own sense of stability, and they weren't speaking the truth. Again, I'm not accusing anybody here, Capricorn. It could be an energy that you're observing. It could be somebody else's experience. It could be, you know, somebody in your energetic field. Okay, and remember, timing is fluid. It could be past, it could be present, it could be going on in the future. But this is a block, this Four of Pentacles. So there is a need to release. There is a need to let go. Okay, and to give a little bit more. All right. Now, what's in your subconscious or what's affecting the situation without you really knowing it is the Six of Swords energy, which is absolutely my favorite card in the deck. The Six of Swords energy is, it can be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You might have that in your chart. Specifically, it's Mercury in Aquarius, and it's about moving forward. Swords are all about communication, so is Mercury, right? We're going to have Mercury moving into retrograding in Cancer coming up pretty soon. But this is all about moving forward. This is a beautiful transition that's taking place, that's wanting to take place, that's budding, and it's taking you out of troubled waters into a much, much more pacific place. I love it. It could be an actual move, it could be spiritual ascension, it could be a promotion at work, it could be taking a relationship to the next level, it could be moving away from negative energy, especially if it's that King of Swords energy. In your recent past, you have the Three of Cups. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. It's about celebration. It's about reunions. Remember, we do have Venus in retrograde. The Three of Cups in particular is Mercury in Cancer. This is showing up in the past, but remember, we have Mercury going retrograde in Cancer coming up, and this is showing up in your past. So this reading, remember this goes for 2 years. This reading might really be kicked off when or after Mercury goes retrograde in Cancer. I don't have those dates, but if you guys are into the astrology, you should check them out, because that would be the past situation. It could be this situation here. Everything I've been talking about is triggered in or during or comes after Mercury in Cancer. The Three of Cups, though, is about reunion, and we have our Venus going retrograde or in retrograde in Gemini. This is about someone coming back to you. It could be a soulmate reunion. It could be an ex, somebody coming back from your past. And this is a happy celebration. This is about an overflow of feelings, emotions. It's a wedding. It's a birthday. Okay, so you can also look to your past and see, was there a recent event, a reunion, family gathering, or maybe even online, right? That, maybe you met someone, or maybe you were triggered by someone or something from your past. Now, what's coming in from above, absolutely gorgeous. Ace of Pentacles. This is earth energy. This is a blessing. This is a brand new beginning. I love this energy. If you nurture this, you give it the right amount of sunlight, you water it, you take care of it, you sing to it, play classical music to your plants, they're going to grow. Okay, and they're going to grow, and then they're going to bear fruit, and it's just going to be the gift that keeps on giving. So I love it. And this is a new beginning, a new direction. It could be in health, it could be in finances, it could be your spiritual journey. Again, it could have to do with love. Now, the Nine of Wands is my Wounded Warrior card. This is beautiful, though, because I'm getting, for some of you where this is resonating with love, this is a past relationship where you guys have been through this many times before. And, you're learning the lessons, you're clearing out karmic contracts, but you're also coming together, and there's this inner knowing that, you've done this before, it's been tough, and you're willing to do it again. It's all about building in a rest period, though. The Nine of Wands is the Sagittarius energy. It's Moon in Sagittarius, so you might have Sag in your chart. You might be meeting a Sag, or this person might have Sag in their chart, or just exhibiting these qualities. But it's all about having that strength and that resolve to go on. And that's very Capricornian to me. So I love it. This is you. This journey is not without challenges. Again, for some of you, it might be, I really did get a hit here that it might be a twin flame or soulmate relationship. For others of you, it has to do with work and has to do with finances. Again, with the Seven of Swords, I really picked up on finances, but again, it doesn't have to be. It could be time, energy, love. Okay, it could be any other type of resource. So let's go ahead and see what additional messages we have for my dear Capricorns, and you guys get the dog barking for you. Beautiful energy. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Look at that. Financial and material changes. Yeah, so Spirit does not want me to go too far away. Your finances are linked up with this relationship. This is the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles might be the need to go it alone. You might feel abandoned by someone. You might feel totally betrayed by someone, that they've left you holding the bag, and that bag is empty. Okay, or doesn't have many resources. But Spirit says, don't worry, you're going to move through this. You're going to move through this. This is actually meant to get you to a better place. Okay, so don't worry. And then you get double 5. So you get obstacles and challenges. So 55 is a master number. And the 55 master number is about a change in consciousness, communication, evolution. It's about instant manifestation. there are considerable challenges. I mean, it's change. And one thing I know from my Capricorns that are near and dear to me is they don't like change. Eventually they will accept it, but they don't like the surprise. They don't like change. They like things to be a constant. And so this is going to be a little bit unsettling, okay? This nodal axis shift, especially since we're moving away from, that south node being in Capricorn, right? And all about career and societal expectations and moving away from, the limitations that either you've put on yourself or you feel that society has put on yourself, but that actually made sense to you, okay? So don't take that as a knock. I know my Cappies out there, you know what I'm talking about. And I do love you guys dearly. And again, I apologize about the dog barking. There's some massive squirrel activity going on outside. And he just goes nuts. Destiny, I love it. But this is cool because, this is very similar to some of the other readings I've done. This journey is not without challenges, but moving through these challenges is going with the flow. Capricorn is going to change. Everything's going to go on the up and up for you. It might not feel like it right now, and it might not feel like it when you experience these obstacles and challenges, but everything's just going to start to flow. Rest and rejuvenation. Yeah, so there's a lot of healing that's going to take place. You also have the master number 44 coming out, Capricorn. And 44 is all about the material world. So for some of you, this is all about your job and your finances. But it's about grounding, building through perseverance, and it's focusing on the task at hand. There's a lot of healing. And again, the 9 of Wands energy is all about rest as well. So you will persevere, you will be able to fight, you will move on. But the 9 of Wands energy is, make sure that you do that because, this is a long journey. This isn't an overnight journey. Don't just bring your overnight bag. Get prepared, bring a tent, bring water purifying tablets. You're going to be in the jungle. You'll be out in the forest for a while. Okay, which I know it doesn't sound very settling, Capricorn, but it's not meant to be that way. It's just that this change is going to be for the better, and you have to focus on that. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Okay. Yeah, and it's accepting. Also, it's accepting this nodal shift, right? This change from Capricorn into, and we also have Saturn moving from Capricorn into Aquarius, and now it's retrograding back into Capricorn, and then it's going to move into Aquarius again, and that's going to be, we have a lot of planets in Capricorn, and, and Capricorn likes it there, right? But and not so receptive to the change, but you have to accept that, this card came out in another reading and also came out in my meditation this morning, but it's about being born is putting you on this wheel, and there's nothing you can do to stop this wheel from turning. I mean, you are on this wheel whether you like it or not, and so it's also accepting it and learning to go with the flow, which I know can be a tough lesson, okay, for my goats out there. Okay, and you guys get trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So trust yourself. That 9 of Wands energy, that warrior, he or she trusts him or herself. Okay, because they've been through it. This isn't your first time at the rodeo, Capricorn. So it might be uncomfortable, but you're going to be just fine. All right, I'm going to pull the Secret Language of Light, Transmissions from Your Soul, Oracle cards from Denise Jarvie, and I'm going to read from the book. I just think they're magnificent, magnetic, powerful cards. So, additional messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Enlightenment. Oh, Capricorn, number 43. Very good. Capricorn, this is a beautiful card because this is your journey, your spiritual journey. This is getting those downloads, that information that's going to take you to the next level. And you know what? I have never gotten this card before in one of my readings for you guys. All right, so enlightenment says evolution is guaranteed. Yes, yes, yes. And I just want you to notice here how many wheels we have. I mean, there are circles on all of these oracle cards, but we have this trust, enlightenment, destiny, acceptance, Ace of Pentacles. And then we also see that there with the challenges and obstacles. So yeah, Capricorn, you are waking up from your old habits and patterns. At times, you may feel bewildered or not quite like yourself. Relax, all is well. You are just keeping up with your evolution and the life that you desire. Your body and mind are adjusting and adapting to your new and loving soul perspective. It's common for your mind or body to resist, react, or panic when you experience the unfamiliar or unknown. However, from this higher vantage, you can change any story that splits you in two and heal any wounds, right? We see that rest and rejuvenation. You are not trying to replace a negative memory with a positive one. Instead, see all the components of a memory so that a new conclusion can form. An unbalanced memory recreates the trauma every time it is talked about or remembered. This event or person will be blamed for pain in your life today. A balanced memory has no change or activation and becomes wisdom. You may even come to see a challenge as the best thing that ever happened to you. Once you change and heal your opinion, enlightenment will shine through as wisdom. Yes, Capricorn, that's your message. That's your message. Oof, I just, I get chills in a good way because, it's just reaffirming everything that was in the cards here. All right, I'm going to pull some starseed oracles for my dear Cappies out there. Final messages for my Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Ooh. Vibration. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels. You are connected to cosmic intelligence. Some of my Capricorns, you guys are really opening up. You guys are awakening further. You're enlightening. Some of you are becoming energy workers and healers. Many of you listening out here are light workers, whether you know it or not, but you're raising your vibration. This is what, and some of you might be experiencing activation symptoms and up-leveling symptoms, which can sometimes be flu-like. They can manifest in a lot of different ways. And again, I mentioned your throat chakra, so some of you again might be having like a sore throat, might be coughing a bit much, or something like that. But there are other symptoms. Can be headaches, it can be nausea, it can be lots of different things, body aches. Okay, and you guys get fruition. Rest assured. Again, we get that rest card coming out 3 times. Your dreams and visions will come to fruition. So you're going to manifest, Capricorn, exactly what it is you've been working towards. All right, this is absolutely beautiful energy. I hope you enjoyed this journey, this reading. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you for all your love and support, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.